Hey, this is Trevor Sternad from the Black Dahlia Murder here, and you're listening to the Everblack podcast.
Hey, humans, Carl, this is Odorous from Guam.
I'm going to battle Fear Factory.
This is George Corsh Under Fisher.
This is Jazz from Double Drop.
This is Wade from Our Last Enemy.
Mike Nick from Suicidal Tendencies.
Hey, this is Wednesday 13.
This is
Rex from Kill Devil Hill.
This is Gary from Sepultura, and you're listening to Everblack podcast.
Alright, before we go into this episode, we just need to give a shout out to our show supporters, the brutal occult clothing brand Electric Witch, who have amazing apparel from shirts to hoodies to hats to beanies and more. Check out their full range at electricwitch.com.au and put in the code EverBlack for 20% off your order. Don't forget to subscribe, rate and review the Everblack podcast through Spotify, iTunes, YouTube and Facebook, and check out all our articles at everblackmedia.com. Alright, on with the show. Welcome to everblackmedia.com. We are here with the boys from Mascai Raid in some unknown location up in the hills of the Gold Coast. Some secret military bunker, maybe?
Pretty much.
Yeah?
Loved it.
Awesome. Loved it. Well, it's good to see you guys. How you been, alright?
Yeah, good, man. Yeah, really good. Yeah, been well, been busy,
Cooking things up.
New songs, so
New
it's been
songs,
a
yes.
long time in the making.
Yeah, it's been good, man. It's good to get something out just finally in this time, you know what I mean? So, it's just it's really good to get some new music out and get everyone to have a listen.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And you have got a new lineup as well.
Yeah.
How you going, mate?
Good, thanks. How are you?
Good, good. So, how'd you hook up with these guys?
Alex bought a bottle of whiskey and I came for free.
Yeah.
But you're not from around here. I can hear in your accent there.
I'm from Edinburgh in Scotland.
Yes.
So basically, I moved over here the last October. I met a lady from your fine shores back in Scotland a few years ago, and then came over with her. So before I left, I put an ad out in Gumtree, basically just be like find out what's going on, all that jazz, and then met these guys.
Yeah.
And we heard him talk, and we're like, doesn't matter if he can play.
We found love straight away. It was love at first talk.
It's like just
yeah.
don't feed him after midnight or get him wet.
Pretty
you know?
much. I'm apparently the pikey from Snatch as
No,
well.
no.
Different country, but yeah.
But like on a serious note, like just when we saw him play, like it was like, yo, this is the guy. Like he's just could play nearly any beat we put down. So they're not the easiest beats to play. So. Nick picked it up really quick, which is really awesome. So yeah, we were sold once we.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Have you guys all been jamming while this has all been happening? Obviously, we're not exactly social distancing, but we're okay.
I've already got whatever these guys got.
So have you guys had a chance to get into a room since everything went crazy?
We've jammed in here using like a mesh kit.
Yeah.
A couple of times, and we've rehearsed it. We rehearsed down at what's the place called? Q Sound down at Burleigh.
Yeah.
You probably know Q Sound. I don't know if you do. It's good though.
Nah.
You should jam there. So we've played down there a couple of times and then played in here. But we've also just been getting everything ready because we obviously haven't been able to play. We couldn't even meet up. At one stage, Nick was in Brisbane, and we couldn't even. The rule was, you couldn't even travel an hour from home or whatever to see somebody. So we were kind of like, well, how can we be productive and do stuff now? So
yeah, we've been really just in the studio. Like I've been tracking. We've all been tracking really. I was tracking all through the start of the year. I was in the studio every week, just putting vocals down and getting that done. So although we haven't been able to jam as much live, it's been really productive behind the scenes, just like getting the songs done for the album, and I think just that alone is really good to know that a lot of the work's behind, and it's all ready to go really.
That's awesome because you were working with Luke Palmer.
Yeah, Luke Palmer.
Legendary Luke Palmer. Yeah,
he's a legend. He's definitely a legend. He's been amazing. Really good to work with. I just found him just awesome to work with. Just easy.
It's like
creative. Just
to be a producer, you've got to have. You can't just be a musician. You got to be. He's like just all round talent.
Yes.
So he can. He's like. And you've also got to be tactful when you. Because artists will come up with something, and if he doesn't think it's going to work, or he's like looking at his final vision for what has been created, he's very tactful with the way he's like. you know, we'd work with Matt in the past, and Matt would just be like, that bit's really shit, eh? You just got to delete it. And we'd be like, man, we really like this riff, and you know, but Matt would be like, nah, let's just go play Mario Kart, come back, and we'll write a new bit. Is where Luke will have a different sort of tactic. I think he's very sort of like, just try and come up with something a little bit different here. Let's just try something a bit different or whatever. But I think it helped as well because we were pretty organised this time around.
Yeah.
Like we had everything really well mapped out.
Yeah.
And I think that's helped. And as we release more stuff, you'll see that. You know.
Yeah, we learned a lot from past experiences and going down the wrong way in past, you know, albums and stuff. Sometimes you go down a tangent. So we've learned our lesson, I think, and
we've wasted thousands. Like Nick doesn't. I don't even know if you know this, but one of the first songs we had, Close on one of the first singles, was a different song, and we tracked it. And Adam was like, we'd spent like $3,000 on this song, and then Adam's like, I just hate what I'm singing here. He's like, I hate it, and we're like, all right, delete it. So we deleted that, and then we deleted the entire song, kept the drums, and I rearranged them and put some new stuff on there, and then we had Closer. But you know, you can easily, if you're not organised, you can waste money, particularly when you're going to, if you want to use real drums and everything. If you haven't got everything planned out, you can really quickly burn through time, and that's burning through money. So this time we were like, yeah, we don't want to do that. So everything was like, I think all the guitars, I did all guitars each song one day. All the vocals were like one day.
Wow, man.
Or maybe two,
smashing our harmonies in the most songs are done one day. Yeah, so yeah, we got through it pretty quick. It was really productive studio sessions. Yeah, it's good.
And how did you find, coming from all the way over the ditch to coming and working with these guys, with Luke Palmer on recording and stuff like that?
I was just a fly in the wall, to be honest.
Yeah.
The guys had Liquor from Dead Letter.
Oh, okay.
So basically, when I landed, that was when tracking was happening.
I see.
So I'm kind of like in the.
Oh, now I'm caught up. Yeah.
I've got a couple of tracks to look forward to at the end of the album.
Yeah.
That I'll be playing on. But basically, just my timeline, just like boom, right in the middle of everything.
He's joined, and it was like, we were like, well, we've already kind of got this in motion, but there's more to come. So we've already got some epic stuff.
Yeah,
we're already working on new
lines,
stuff.
so.
It's going to be, once, there's stuff in the pipeline that the new guys are going to be tracking on. And
awesome.
Yeah.
Awesome. So I bet you're hanging.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, it was really cool, because like back in the day when I was at college, I was listening to Dead Letter. So then went into the studio just to kind of hang out, and then we're just in this random servo, and then the guys are just like, oh, hey man, how's your sandwich? And I'm just thinking, fuck, like 10 years ago I was like fangirling over you guys, and now I'm just like talking about sandwiches. It's pretty cool.
That is awesome.
Yeah,
that's awesome. Well, of course, the latest single, Not Alone, came out very recently.
Yeah, 28th of August.
Yeah, man, I love the lyric video.
Yeah.
So good. Who did that?
That was like, what we sort of like, we had a bit of inspiration from like other videos that we'd seen. So we jumped on to
lyricvids.com.
Yeah, so but what we did is we went to what were the other sites called? Like there's different sites where you get like stock footage.
Yeah.
And we went through and we mapped it out. We're like, oh, like this type of shot, and then we want it to cut to this, and we want this, and we it was too expensive. It was like $3,000-$4,000 to sign up for the stock footage that we needed. So it was cheaper to get all the examples and then contact these guys and then sort of send them a breakdown of what we wanted. And then we also said, hey, but if you have a better idea, then do that.
We just put a storyboard together, basically. Just a breakdown of, sort of like a rough breakdown of what we wanted, and they went to town on it and came up with that, which is really cool. We were stoked. Really easy to work with, I'm stoked how it looks. So.
Came out incredible.
It's a cool, effective way to like.
Yeah.
It's a cheap way to have like a cool visual with music, because like as soon as you have something like to look at, I find like music sounds better or looks better or whatever.
We wanted to do like we wanted to do a proper music video for the first one, but I think just because of the circumstances, it was hard to organise, and we just wanted to get the song out. So we're working on music clips now for releases coming, which is really cool. But yeah, at the time it was more like, how are we going to organise this? It was lockdowns, and you could come out and go back in. It was just a bit of so I thought, okay, we'll do a lyric video now, and then for the next one we'll work on a music video, which we're doing. Yeah,
awesome.
So, yeah.
That's cool. What's the next one?
Surprise.
Yeah, it's a bit of a secret, but no, we're really excited. I think this album's quite diverse. I think, we're looking at different, with our sounds sort of progressed, I think, and we're a bit more light and shade in the songs we're doing, and yeah, I'm really excited to actually, as listeners, hear the next one, then the next one. I think they're going to be in a bit of a journey, I think, bring in different layers like acoustics, violins, and all this stuff. So it's it's exciting. I'm interested to see what people think of it.
I think to add to that as well, like, this song, it's epic, like, we love it. But some of the new ones to come, I feel are better. That's just my opinion. But I feel like this song was very much written when Science of Fiction was being written, and it could have been on that album, right? And so we sort of made a conscious, a choice to go, look, let's release something that's not too far away initially from what we've done in the past, because if you just come out of something that's a complete curveball, and it's like a love song or something, everyone's going to be like, what's happening? But if you like ease them into it, you know what I mean? So I think we've got a lot of...
We're not easing into a love song.
I thought the next one's a love song, isn't it?
No, about that.
I'm devastated now. I thought it was a love song.
Well, I mean, in regards to the lyrics for Not Alone, what was going on to lead you to that lyrically?
I think me and Alex both like co-wrote that, like just looking at that, and I think we always write lyrics, with probably like even between us, we could probably take our own meanings from that, that's the sort of lyrics we sort of come up with a lot. It's like multiple meanings, and the listener can take what they want from it. But for me personally, it's sort of about facing fears and just chasing dreams and just taking a path that's unexpected in your life to just fulfill something that you might not be able to fulfill just taking the easy path. So that's sort of what it means to me personally.
I think like a lot of bands will write about politics or write about like all different stuff. Is where we're kind of like, we have this thing where we don't want to write about religion or politics or like we don't want to tell people anything. We just want to be like, every song can be received as a positive thing in some way, and it's more about like achieving or overcoming things, or like just being happy.
Yeah, I hope it just I hope it just inspires someone this time. You know what I mean? Like I thought it was just the lyrics, although like it was actually written way before what's happening now in the world. But I think the lyrics have some sort of meaning towards it. It sort of feels like it's a bit related, although it was written way before COVID.
It was written in November, I think.
Yeah. So it was sort of
the lyrics anyway.
Yeah. So it was sort of like we thought, okay, it's sort of relatable, I think.
Yeah.
People probably take something from it now, so it was a good one to release first.
Is that okay if I put my foot there?
It's okay.
I'm sorry.
Just, can you talk with your foot?
Yeah.
Yeah. Getting a sore leg, man.
That's all good.
It's clean.
Well, of course, I mean, in terms of everything that's been going on with COVID, lockdown, world's going crazy, cats and dogs living together, mass hysteria. Where has that affected the direction of this album, like lyrically?
I think, to be in all truth, I think lyrically, a lot of it was written before the COVID. Like we sort of wrote the majority of it, although we've got new songs we're working on. Whether they get influenced by everything that's going on, probably they do. But the ones that we've done so far, this sort of was pre-COVID, so was probably not influenced as much by that. But I'm sure, future songs will have that. Okay. It's inevitable. I think that you're going to get feelings and want to express sort of stuff, like vented up sort of feelings about what's happening in the world at the moment. So I'm sure in future songs that come out, there's going to be aspects of it.
It would never be like black and white though. Like this song is called Lockdown, and it's about being stuck at home. It would, it's like it wouldn't be so direct.
Yeah. So vocals, everything's done for the complete.
Yeah, well,
is that right?
Yeah, pretty much. Unless we decide to do a few more songs, but we've got an album worth of songs finished.
Cool.
Yeah.
There's the two like Nick's tracking.
That's that's where I'm trying to catch up.
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
Is there a name for it?
Not yet. No.
Greatest hits.
Anthology.
I don't know. We haven't even really thought about that.
Yeah. No, we're not there yet. We're still brewing the
album 2.
Yeah, not too sure. Still in the making, I think.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
We'll get some snazzy name that's hopefully catchy and people can.
Lockdown 3.
Yeah, something like that.
Electric Boogaloo.
Yeah. Hey, can I have that one?
You can have that one. I was.
Someone write that down.
Yeah, that's it.
It's like on the album though, like we're kind of like we're in two minds. We're like, well, if we could release 3 songs and then release an album, and then that's all good and well. But then obviously when you release the last single with the rest of the songs, it kind of just the rest of those songs will only be heard by the people that really already know you. And I sort of feel like, and Adam feels the same, and we were talking to Luke about it. He's like, you could just release singles, and it's something we have considered, is just releasing single after single after single and trying to get it closer together. So everything's every 2 months there's a new song coming out, and that way we're more relevant. People are getting something fresh all the time. Because if we just release an album, like I said, like there'll be these days a lot of people don't buy albums. They just listen to a playlist, or they listen to, and I'm guilty of that too. Like I straight up, like if I hear a song, I've been getting into an artist, Arrow Benjamin. Don't know any of his songs bar the one I like. And that's on me. Like I should go probably check that out. I'm sure he's got an amazing album full of songs. But also like people these days want to just find a link and click on it, have it instantaneously and then move on. You know what I mean? Like 3-second attention span. So it's like one thing is like we're kind of like, well, are people going to enjoy the songs more if we release it all as one big bundle?
Yeah.
Or if we just give people content that's more consistent and they can listen to a song? It's like we don't know. Like we don't know the answer.
In the same breath, but like we've got 2 new members and we want to get creative. Really can't wait to. Nick's really, and Joshua's is not here tonight, by the way, everyone. But yeah, like Nick and Josh are really creative, and I think I'm really excited to just explore that new energy with the guys. So for me, it's like, we could release singles, but then we getting some new content with
so
the new members.
That out, isn't it?
So it's a hard one to weigh up, but we shall work it out.
I think I'll touch on that as well. So obviously, Nick's a new member, but Josh as well.
Yes.
And Josh used to be our sound guy. So probably back in, I don't know, have Mouse Guy Ray played with your band? I don't know.
No.
Okay.
We should change that.
Not yet.
Yeah.
We should change that.
Yeah,
that's right.
Let's do it.
But so all of the shows we've done though in the past, like 90% of them, he's been the sound guy. So he's like, and we've all hung out with him many a times, and he's done. So he knew the band, he knows the set, and then when we needed a bass player, he was kind of like, I'll play bass.
Like,
right. He's a jack of every trade and the master of actually every trade. I think Josh is
awesome singer, awesome guitarist.
Yeah. He's sort of like.
He did the artwork. Like we all did a Zoom chat for the artwork.
Yeah.
And he's like, I kind of know how to use like Photoshop, and he just like we did the Zoom chat.
Yeah.
And we were all talking to him, and he's like a Photoshop wizard.
Yeah. So he's a talented guy. We're lucky to have him.
That is cool.
Yeah.
What we should have had was a cardboard cutout of him.
I know.
Just right here. I could have printed one.
Wanted to zoom in.
Yeah. We could have had the face.
Hey, it could have been like, hey man.
Maybe still can.
Like RoboCop, the evil, the evil guy out of RoboCop. He's the television at the end of the table.
Oh. That's actually a good one. Yeah, I should have done that. But hey, next time we're definitely going to have you in here.
Yeah,
100%. For sure.
Yeah.
So I've got a few notes here. Of course, shows. Are you guys crazy time? But I mean, a lot of bands are doing these smaller, more intimate shows.
Yeah.
Have you guys got anything like that planned for this single release at the moment?
It's going to be next year.
Yeah?
Yeah.
It's going to be next year because for us at the moment with everything that's going on, to get it out, like we'd rather, and also to release one, or like we're going to release another song soon.
Yeah.
Stay tuned. I keep looking over there at the camera, but it's actually here. So you're probably going to get heaps of me.
That's all right. We got one there. We got one there.
But I'm sort of like doing these ones, where I'm up here.
That's okay. That's
all right.
But so we're going to release another single, and then so when we play, if we go and play now, you can only get a certain amount of people there, and it's like it'd be quite. There's like a lot of venues have like all these restrictions and social distancing rules and stuff. So it's going to be better just to sort of sit back at the moment, release another song, people can enjoy it from home, and then when the time's right and we're ready, we'll, you know.
Yeah, I think also because we've got 2 new members, it's been a challenge to get it all organised in the live thing. It's going to take a bit more time, I think.
There's like two albums worth of material.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So
it's the back catalogue.
Absolutely.
But Nick's smashing through it. He's ready to go whenever we want, really. So
That's awesome.
Yeah.
What are your thoughts on the whole streaming thing right now? You know how bands are doing the live stream thing?
Like a Zoom gig or something?
Yeah, I'm finding a lot of bands are doing that at the moment. What are your thoughts on that? Do you think it's something that's...
Yeah, I think it's good. Like, I think, I suppose as a band you do what you can do. In that, if people are in lockdown, that's all they can do, then, yeah, I suppose it's... And you've got the technology now to do that. It's something we'll probably look at ourselves, you know, streams and songs and stuff like that. But yeah, I don't see why not. So a lot of bands are doing it, like you said.
Yeah.
It sort of seems to be the every day I go onto Facebook, you've got a new band doing something like that. So as long as it's done right, I think it's cool.
I think the next step is holograms.
Yeah.
We need like hologram bands where they can just be right here.
Yeah.
Hey man, I want Slayer. Even though they've broken up. Slayer right here.
They've done that with VR. You know that. So
really?
They've filmed. I don't know which band it was, but they've filmed it with like one of those 3D, like the VR cameras.
Yeah.
Like, and you see, you put the VR on, and you can like literally like look at the show.
That's right.
I think it's just around the corner. Like, I wouldn't be surprised if you got, you know, hologram audiences, hologram bands. Everyone's just a hologram.
That's gonna that's gonna be weird.
Everyone's actually just gonna be a hologram.
I think but there's something about playing live.
Yes.
That is because when bands are doing that Zoom thing, like a lot of the time it's not 100% live, right? They're not all obviously playing it. They're all done as separate parts. Of course, they fix it up a bit. It's still like when you're live, it's like you're on stage, and if you make a mistake, it's like it's there. But it's also part of the beauty of it.
Nothing beats that energy live. Like you can't.
Yeah. That's it, man.
It's insane. Like
absolutely.
It's an insane feeling. Like as a performer, and you just, I don't know. That's part of the reason why you do a band, isn't it?
Yeah.
Like, because it's an amazing experience. Like, and do that with your mates, you know what I mean, on stage, and experience that. And
I think because with live, it's like there's so many variables, and things can go terribly wrong, and you can go, oh wow, that was an average show, or you can have a really good show where you walk away from going, oh, that felt perfect, and then like it's those moments that you just can't get if you're doing it on a screen and you're sort of editing your takes, or you're like when you're on stage and there's people there. It's just different, and it's loud, and you know, for me, like the guitar sounds loud. It feels like I'm wielding some sort of like energy source or something. I don't know. You know what I mean? Like it's like it's just different. It's like, you know, it's like if you play with your amp soft in the room, or you go into a jam room and everything's cranked up and there's real drums there and that, and it's like, oh wow, this is
can't beat that feeling.
It's just got energy to it.
Yeah, absolutely.
I think that's why it's like because I really like electronic music, right? And electronic music is awesome, but I was talking to Matt Bartlum about it recently.
Yeah.
It's like you have electronic music that's so perfect and it sounds so cool, like in a club or whatever, pup turned up and it's really loud. But when you see it live, there's something about a band and the imperfections in that sound and the real drum kit and the guitars and everything that sort of, it all washes together and just. It has an energy to it, you know what I mean?
That's why I think, in saying that, that's why I think I'm a big fan of like industrial stuff, because you get both those elements, or Combi Christ.
I don't even know what that is.
Man, best live band on the planet. I'll fight anyone.
You have to.
Man, legit, you lose your mind because they've got both those elements. But without it, I don't know if it'd be the same without having a live drummer, live. Vocals, everything like that. It's something about
100%.
that, and especially as a performer, as you guys know.
Yeah.
So I totally understand why you guys are waiting for that perfect gig, perfect moment to really.
We'll be out there for sure. Like I can't wait. We've got to.
I'm still really devoted. The Shark Bar's gone. Like I know that venue is like the floor was sticky and the bar it was stinky and like there was so many. The stage would creak and like. I reckon I've done like 20 gigs there or something.
Yeah.
Like honestly, and like that venue's gone. It's now a restaurant because we needed another restaurant. You know.
It's a bit tragic, but hopefully hopefully there's going to be some new venues on the other side of this.
Well, I mean, there is some good places at the moment.
There is, yeah.
Like Moe's is really good.
Yeah.
Where's Moe's?
Vinny's, Moe's, blah, blah, blah. Sorry, Christian. Moe's Desert Clubhouse. It's over in Burleigh.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Man,
Burleigh.
Oh, wait,
yeah,
in the industrial area there. Is
Yep.
How good's that?
Man, love it.
I saw a show there a few months ago,
Yeah.
actually.
Don't need a big backdrop because they just beam your logo straight up into the back of the stage.
You don't feel like you're
right.
get closed down
$1
because of sound restrictions, because it's industrial.
Is it called Moe's Tavern?
Moe's Desert Clubhouse.
Lost opportunity. Moe's Tavern from Simpsons. Man.
Although, when we played there recently, I did throw up some Moe's memes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What's the flaming Moe?
Yeah, no, that's what they do need.
They need a cough syrup drink.
Yeah, no,
Flaming Moe.
I don't think they can do that. But
The Vinny's is awesome.
Vinny's has got that real
Yeah.
dirty punk vibe
Yeah,
where you
but
can
it's-
just
Yeah, that's what you
Man, I
want.
feel so out of touch. Where's Vinny's?
Southport.
Yeah, right. Where's Southport?
yeah, you got me back.
Alex has been out the bush too long.
Yeah, no, that's it. We're very, very far away from.
Yeah, we're in the middle of nowhere.
Yeah,
20 minutes from here.
I don't even know how to get home.
I'm just waiting for a UFO to come and pick
yeah.
me up and drop me back home naked in my front yard.
Something like that, for sure.
Yeah, that's it. But boys, it's been cool hanging out.
Yeah.
And
Thanks very much,
talking
man.
all things Mascai Raid.
Yeah.
Awesome to meet you in person now, my friend.
Yeah.
Welcome to the band, of
Yeah,
course.
man. Yeah.
Wait till you see him play. It's awesome.
I'm looking forward to it.
He's a freak on the kid.
Awesome. Well, of course, Not Alone is out everywhere now. I'll have the links. I usually say right here somewhere in the carpet. I'll put up the links.
Yeah.
Boys, thank you very much for
Thank you
hanging.
very much.
Yeah, and we'll see you guys very soon, and we'll do this again for the next single.
Yeah. We'll have our other man here as well, Josh.
Yes.
Joshua.
Not a cardboard cutout.
Nah.
I want the
real
real
deal.
thing. The real thing.
Yeah. He's a force. Get ready. Brace yourself.
I definitely
get
feel
ready.
like we need the telly though to have the face on the TV.
Mate, we could have done
Like
that.
it's also happened in Batman, the Asia, the Hong Kong guy.
Oh,
You
yeah.
know, the telly.
Yeah, we could have done that.
We could have 4 TVs on the couch, just all our faces.
Like, was it? Who did that? Was it Kraftwerk?
And if Adam,
They just played upstage, like, with just a TVs and they're like...
yeah, and if Adam says anything we don't want to hear, just mute him. Just turn it off.
Yeah, you could do
Awesome. Thanks heaps, boys. And, of course, everblackmedia.com. We are on all the streams, YouTube, subscribe, and go and support these boys. We'll see you soon.